At the time, another shot. Salute.
God damn, it was
that's why I don't like.
No, but
I try to have conversations with people with that, and the first thing is they say is that they lied. I was like, let's take that part out.
Ooh, goddamn, that was a shot.
At the time it happened, they were kids.
Yeah.
They were 8, 9 years old with a 20-something-year-old man, 30-something-year-old man. I'm taking the kids thing because
no, I agree because watching that one, they did one of the guys was talking about. You got to understand that was his idol.
Yes.
So he looks up to Michael Jackson as a god, and now Michael Jackson wants to be like friends with you. So it's like
Michael Jackson's calling your house. Ken Timothy.
So it's like a god, and he's saying like, "I love you," and this is kind of the way I love. So these kids are small, like whatever age, 8, whatever.
Yeah.
So they think that that's what the God shows me love is. That's love, and I mean, this is similar to I don't know if you saw the one with the girl. That it was like the whole family involved.
Yeah, and Netflix.
Yeah,
abducted.
That one.
Yeah,
that she thought like he was.
Yeah, because the guy told her aliens told him.
Yeah, but even that, like she fell in love because he showed her like love.
Yeah.
So she goes, "Oh, I guess this is the right thing to do," not knowing anymore.
But
because
he ate her mind. Like he mind fucked her.
Yeah, and that's the thing too with with the stuff with Michael Jackson, the same thing is kind of manipulating and all that stuff, and the same thing with the R. Kelly stuff. I mean, that I saw, and that one was crazy because that one, I mean, I think in the Michael Jackson one, there's only 2 guys, so that's why you're like, but then the R. Kelly one, that I was like, okay, it's showing 3 or 4 girls, and I'm like, well, for me that's a lot saying the same thing, but then I'm like, oh shit, then comes another one, I'm like, this motherfucker is like, it was like at least like 7 or 8. And I'm like, God damn, it was even grown women that he ate up their mind and all this shit. And I'm like, God damn, I'm like, this guy's a fucking asshole. And the crazy shit was that they were saying that he would go to the malls. Like, that was his thing. Like, he would go to the mall with his boy. And then his boy would be like, all the girls see him in the mall. They'll be like, oh shit, that's R. Kelly. And if he like one, he just tells boy, yo, go get the number. And stuff like that. The funny thing was, I saw that motherfucker in the mall, in Garden State. And I remember one time I was like chilling in Garden State and I was leaving, like, about to leave by California Pizza. And I'm like, oh shit, that's R. Kelly. And I'm like, and for me in my mind, I'm like, yo, that's cool that he's not a superstar, like, that he's like normal because he was just chilling by himself. And I'm like, or with like 2 people, but I'm like, I was like, damn, I give him props because at that time, this is when R. Kelly was R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Like the man of R&B. And I'm like, that's cool that he could just walk. He's not acting like a Jay-Z. I was thinking to myself, because Jay-Z wouldn't be doing this and stuff. But I'm like, man, now I'm like, this motherfucker was creeping.
Now
Shit, so I'm like, that's fucking crazy, man. But that was like his favorite thing to do. But yeah, I mean, anything we'll talk about. The one thing I wanted to talk about, we'll talk about TV shows. On Sunday, I saw a new series that just started on HBO called I don't know the name of it, but it's based on the Serial podcast on Adnan.
It's
whatever,
because I don't have HBO, so I saw a trailer to it. It's like they're trying to figure out somebody's in jail or something, right?
Adnan, that's his name.
And they're trying to see if they could get him out because he was charged for something that supposedly he didn't do.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be like a 2-episode shit.
It's a 4-part series.
4-part series? Okay.
So on Sunday, I watched the first episode. And then from there, I became hooked. Okay. I heard of the Serial podcast. Everybody's always told me about it. It's one of the famous podcasts out there. But supposedly this story was so big that 175 million people downloaded Serial.
Damn.
That's how big it got. I mean, that's bigger than TV shows.
Hell yeah.
So I was like, I got watched the first episode, which is basically kind of showing evidence from like, they're basically trying to talk from it from after the podcast craze to now, who is his sister who's trying to like work on finding new evidence to get him out. She's a lawyer. So they talk about, the story. It's him and some Asian girl that, high school they were dating and all this stuff. And then she would write a lot. She had like a diary.
Okay.
So a lot of it's kind of her diary, and a lot of it kind of led to the before that day and stuff. And then it just kind of takes you back to high school, like how I don't really remember it, but me having a daughter who was a teenager once. Yeah. Just the mood swings, the depression. But I remember also, like, I would always be tired.
Yeah.
Or I used to hate people asking me mad questions. Like, growing ups. Like, I used to be like, yo, leave me the fuck alone. So, watching that, I started listening to Serial, the podcast.
Okay.
And it's like a 12-part episode or whatever, like 12 episodes. It's similar to, like, the shit that we watch with, or heard with Aaron Hernandez.
Okay.
It's like that. I fucking started Monday. I finished that shit today. I was listening to like 5 episodes.
Okay.
A fucking day. I got hooked to it because I wanted to know more. Like, what's the whole story? Now it's good. So people, like, if you haven't or you're starting to watch HBO, watch that. But if you haven't listened to it, and I'm sure a lot of people who listen to podcasts, probably Serial's like what started getting people into podcasts.
Yeah.
Listen to that. It's pretty interesting. The episodes for Serial, they're like 50 minutes long. Some are like 25.
That's not bad.
30 minutes. Yeah, the longest is 50. Like some of them are 30 minutes long and stuff.
Oh, that's pretty good.
But it's interesting. It's like you listen to it, you're like, whatever. I think he did it. And you listen to the next one, you're like, oh shit. I don't think he did it. Like, it just sounds funny. So for me, it's just been good. It's just been kind of watching like a TV show, like kind of binging on Netflix, but it's just audio. But yeah, no, it's good. Check it out. It's Serial, but not like fucking conflate cereal, but Serial. So that started on Sunday. Shameless ended, which I'm not sure. Al, you saw Shameless, right? Yeah. Okay, So yeah, Shameless ended with like that's the last episode for Fiona. But I actually like the way it ended because I thought they were gonna end it with something bad happening to her. I like the way that they ended that, nothing kind of bad happened. It kind of similar to what's happening, like she kind of moved on and stuff like that. So
if I watch what?
The last episode, Shameless.
No.
Okay, so yeah, he wasn't listening. So, yeah.
Well, talking about HBO, I saw the announcements for how long the Game of Thrones episodes are going to be.
Please tell us.
There's going to be 6 episodes. The first one is going to be around 56 minutes long, or 58.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is going to be 54. The third episode is going to be 64 minutes. Fourth episode is going to be 78 minutes. And the last 2 episodes are going to be 80 minutes long. So the last 2 episodes are like what, an hour and
20 minutes?
20 minutes, 25. But they said the last 3 will answer all the questions you have through the whole show.
Shit.
It's starting April 14th, and then just 6 weeks after.
Yeah.
After that, it will end. You're drinking this?
Yes, please.
That's like the whole big thing everybody's waiting for. I was having a conversation with Baron. He was like, "Oh, that's the same week Avengers is starting." So
Avengers the movie.
Avengers the movie.
Okay.
Last one. So I don't know if that's like a competition thing, but I was telling Baron, bro, a series. It's 2 different fan base.
It's similar fan base, but you could watch the movie Friday and Saturday. Ain't nobody really gonna go to the movies on a Sunday,
especially if Game of Thrones is starting.
Yeah, Game of Thrones, and I mean,
and if you are going to the movie theater, you're gonna go early just because you want to be home by.
You could go Friday, Saturday, and it's gonna be 2 different things and stuff.
Just all the Game of Thrones fans, I know they're excited. We've been waiting 2 years for this. Definitely getting that channel back by that shit starts. If you guys want to get into a good show, this Sunday begins Billions again.
Oh, Billions start again?
Billions starts this Sunday. I believe this is season 3 or 4. The first 2 seasons were fucking great. Their actors, they're good. All the actors in this show are good. it's about making money in the stock, investing in finance. But somehow these guys
makes it sound boring. But yeah.
No,
it's more the corrupt side.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the lawyers trying to get these companies who are doing like, what they call it, not indoor trading,
insider
trading. And it's fucking great. Do yourself a favor and catch up with Billions because it's season 3 starting this Sunday.
Yeah.
Shameless ended, so HBO said let's put Billions now. And then April, we're all gonna be Game of Thrones for 6 weeks, and everybody's. You know how we're used to now Netflix that we want to binge everything.
I know, man.
That's gonna be the issue we're gonna have with Game of Thrones.
So
we're gonna want to see what's happening.
Well, this is what happened with me with this series I saw. I saw the first episode, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta wait till next Sunday. And then I just was like. Then I was like, fuck, because the Serial podcast, I was like, let me listen to it because my coworker, he told me about it. He's like, yo, you got to listen to it. So then this is before this whole show came out. I didn't know. Like, he told me about listening to it. And then I saw like, oh, shit, like the trailer. And I was like, oh, shit, that's the thing he told me about. Like, he made it to a series. I'm like, it must be good if they're still talking about it. So I decided to think. So
you see how we get excited for shows now? Us, right? Or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, Game of Thrones gonna start. Like, now we know when shit's gonna start.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the time back then growing up? Oh, man, this show's gonna begin again. Oh, damn. I'm excited this show's gonna start. Or this and that.
Nah, like, there wasn't that information that we have now. We have computers and all that. They have to find a way of finding out. Back in the days, we just found out. But was there a show that always had you exciting? Like, oh, shit, I gotta watch. Is new season starting? Because I remember me growing up in a Spanish house or whatever. Mm-hmm. My mom and dad would always go Saturday, Sábado Gigante. Yeah.
That was like their thing for like
Don
4 hours. I was like, yo, but this is The Price is Right in Spanish.
Yeah.
But with music,
hot bitches.
Yeah, with music.
and girls in bikinis?
Yeah. In Miami, like out of all places, a show in Miami, hot chicks. And I was thinking like, damn, what shows will I be waiting for? Like, excited, like even if it was reruns, I want like maybe Saved by the Bell because I knew what Saved by the Bell was. Because Saved by the Bell was coming already when cartoon was already getting. I'm too old to watch cartoons, but I was never too old because I still watch cartoons now. Because it was a point that it was like, hey, He-Man, G.I. Joe, Silverhawk, Spawn, and then that era started turning into like, oh, we're going to have to go to Channel 4 now and watch Saved by the Bell.
No, you know what happened? Is that you grew up, motherfucker.
No, but the thing is...
There was still cartoons going on, but not for us.
But I will still watch both. The thing is yes, I will watch my Saved by the Bell, but I will still go watch my Looney Tunes because I was hooked on that, like Speedy Gonzales and the Roadrunner, and I will still watch a rerun of G.I. Joe. But I will always go, oh, it's Saturday, it's got to be Saved by the Bell time because I'm a teenager now. Yeah. But in heart, you're still a kid. Yeah. Even now, when I'm home and I'm flipping and I see Tom and Jerry, I will stay and watch Tom and Jerry. Yeah. So I was thinking, like, damn, is there a show that when we were growing up, like Knight Rider will always catch me because I love the Knight Rider. The kid, I love the car. That was like my all-time favorite car.
I love Knight Rider was one, but it's like a lot of those shows we didn't really know. Like, I mean, maybe we knew when like Knight Rider was on.
No, I remember Knight Rider I knew was on every time I hear the theme song.
You know, I used to like I think Saturday night, like wrestling back in the days, like to wait for like 11:30 to watch it.
I used to watch that. Yeah, in the morning. Like that. Superstars.
Wrestling. But the one on Channel 4, like used to give like 11:30 at night.
Yeah, main event.
Yeah, so I used to watch that. I remember the one thing was back in the days was more movies. So like if you had HBO and let's say not a Jurassic Park, but like a movie that came on the movies and you never had the money to go to. And you're like, oh shit, they will show the trailer next week. This movie's not going to be on HBO. You'll be like, oh shit, can't believe it's on HBO. And you'll like, watch it. And it'll be like a year and a half later.
Yeah, I know.
I know, they're already making part 2. And you're like, fucking.
Part 2 in the theater and you watch it.
You're watching part 1.
Like,
shit.
we're watching Back to the Future now. Back
Yeah.
to the Future 2's in the movie.
So I remember movies being a big thing, like on HBO. And then it probably was HBO. Probably was the first one with the